Now in the last video, the Antichrist is supposed to come before the second coming of the Messiah. The Antichrist is supposed to come, and the Antichrist fools even the elect. Some of the elect even are fooled by the Antichrist, and it's now very clear that Donald Trump is that Antichrist, and many were fooled. I myself believed that he was the forecasted Messiah of the Americans. I thought he was the Messiah of the Western world, yeah. And he seemed to fulfill that mission by casting out the evil that we thought was the Antichrist, Biden. Yet Biden didn't profess to be the Christ, right? The Antichrist is actually the Christ, puts himself forward as the Christ, yeah. And so, and the people are fooled into thinking that he is the Christ. Now the Christ is the Christed one, the anointed one. Yet it's also, the Messiah is the saviour of the people. And I saw Trump as the saviour of the Western world. My lady also felt the same. And we were very pleased when he got into office and he got in the second time. We were very pleased that he got in the second time to save the people of the world from the terrible stuff that was going on with the woke principles and all that stuff. We thought he was going to kick out the globalists, put an end to war and all that stuff, yeah. And we were fooled, really, we were fooled. And so he's become the Antichrist. And even the Jews, it looks like the Jews see him as their Messiah King somehow. I've noted that I did this diagram a week or so ago. I don't know if you can see that, but it says here we've got, this is a timeline, and this, I started the timeline off at September the 15th, 2020, and that was the Abraham Accord peace treaty. And this is supposed to mark the start of the rapture, and then there's 3.5 years. 3.5 years later, almost to the day, we've got Operation Might and Sword. Operation Might and Sword, this terrible abomination of desolation that was rained down on Gaza. Yeah, and then we were supposed to have 3.5 years, and then the second coming and Armageddon supposed to be here, right? So this is, now I'm just saying this in that this is what I think. This is what I think our American Israel is working on, that they see the peace accords as the start of this period, and their timing is destined to follow this timeline, if you like. I'm not saying it's a prophecy that it follows. I'm saying they think that this might be what happens, okay? And so in this period of 3.5 years, it says here there should be famine, war and death. Now that kind of explains why they don't want to feed the Palestinians, why they won't let food in and all that kind of thing, because they want to fulfill the prophecy that there'll be famine, yeah, and war. Well, they're making war everywhere. They're trying to fulfill that war prophecy, and death. They're killing many people, raining down bombs on their head. And so it seems to me like they're trying to fulfill this 3.5 years here, because what they want to do is they want to rebuild the temple, and the temple needs to be rebuilt, started to be rebuilt within this period, apparently. That's the way I understand it. And so I feel that they're getting very close to doing something about that. What they call the second temple that already is there, sitting on It's the Dome of the Rock sitting there, you know, in the holy place. And so my impression is that the Jews see Donald Trump as their saviour figure, second coming. Either him or Netanyahu. Probably Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is one who's saying, oh, there's a golden age is coming, and he's made certain announcements that he's identifying himself. He started to hint that he is the Messiah, the second coming. Yet he cannot possibly be. I should have realised straight away that he couldn't be the Messiah of the Western peoples, because he's got all this money, and you're not allowed to be anointed into this position except you've given all your wealth away and don't have any money. And so it's not possible that he could be that. Yet he fooled even me, even though he's got all this money. He fooled me. I thought he's just using all that money so he can do the job of the Messiah. I didn't actually think, oh, well, he can't really be it because he's still got all his money and his family and everything. And I think that's what's come back to bite him. He may have started off wanting to do all the things that he said he wanted to do, but it looks like they've got him somehow with the Epstein files, and they must have something over him. And of course, if you haven't given your money away, you haven't given your family up and gone on your way, then they can always hold these things against you and threaten your family and threaten your wealth and threaten your standing in the community. I have no standing in the community, so I don't feel threatened by any of that. Donald probably does. Okay, I heard there's a little beep, so I'm going to go and get that, see what that was. Okay, so it says here, I wrote some time, I forgot about it, it says, the lawless one has to come before the second coming. That is fulfilled now by Trump. So Trump fulfills the coming of the lawless one. The lawless one comes before the second coming. He already came, the lawless one. It says, all the evil discovered now is destroying itself finally. Won't make them wealthy and healthy, maybe for a 4-year period, just because there's too much truth in the world now. There is so much truth in the world now, and yeah, it's the end of all of this. So there are many people who are part of bringing that truth in. All of these people are part of the angel Adonai of Light who's going out in this time. And they've all helped to bring about this transformation in the world, to understand the truth in front of us, to know what the Antichrist is. The Antichrist is our American Israel, headed by Netanyahu, Benjamin Netenyahu, and Donald Trump. And they together are the beast and the whore that sits on the beast, all of that. And if you want to read about that, just have a look in the book of Revelation. There's a lot in there about it. And it's a funny thing about the book of Revelation. It can be fulfilled many times in different times. It's not necessarily it only gets fulfilled once and then that's the end of it. No, you can recognize it all over again because God makes the necessary signs in the universe to conform to what's actually written in the book of Revelation. Thanks for watching.